but
like
it's different
1
from
second per
other
second.
frames of reference. And there's like there's a measurement that can happen there over and over and over and over, and it's accurate or whatever. So how is time not physical? How is time just a thing that we describe? If it's not, you know, or knowing that it is consistently like manipulatable, like we can be going a certain speed and we can have a certain amount of time. If we can do that, how is time not a real thing?
We're measuring something, but we don't have a total understanding of what that is. Like we call it.
Sure, we don't understand what space-time is. Space-time might not even be a fundamental feature of the world. A lot of physicists, I'm not going to say most, but a lot think that space-time is an emergent structure. That doesn't make it not real, just to clarify.
What if it's the
saying that it does?
It's the medium for existence.
I mean, not if it's not fundamental, because then there's things out of which it emerges that would be more fundamental than it. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Space-time is sort of the quote-unquote backdrop against like which we measure stuff that happens in the world. Like I understand. I definitely understand that. That's a little bit simplistic, but not necessarily an inaccurate way to understand space-time.
Yo, how's it going? Toronto Bible study.
Good man.
Oh, was he in here? Oh, nice.
Oh, what up?
I was gonna say space-time is just a foolish theory that has no basis in observable reality. You know.
Is that
other than
Tell
all
us
of
more.
the predictions that the theory has confirmed?
Yeah,
How have you arrived at this
We
position?
just talked about this. Prediction just means you're affirming the consequent. It's not.
That's not what a prediction is. No.
No, when you claim that your theory, that your model, I should say, not a theory, your model is true because
It's a theory.
No, well, whatever. Anyway, when you claim that your model is true because of the prediction, that's affirming the consequent. That's the fallacy.
What do you think affirming the consequent is?
Whoa.
It's when you claim that your model is true because of a prediction you made through your model.
So, well, that's not what affirming the consequent is. So, first off,
That's
affirming
exactly
the
what it is.
consequent and
That's
affirming
exactly
that's
what
not
it
what
is.
it is.
Oh,
Here,
no,
I'll
this is
explain it.
Look
it up for you.
line of
Look it
So,
up.
affirming the consequent is generally understood. Now, there are certain instances where you can apply it, and it's not technically fallacious, but generally speaking, affirming the consequent is a type of fallacy. Here's the rub. It's a formal fallacy, which means it is a fallacy in the form of a structured argument. Predictions aren't structured arguments, so they can't affirm the consequent.
I know. You
just misunderstand the concept.
No, hold on a second. No, I don't. Your argument is.
Wait, give an argument. Give an argument.
Therefore, relativity is true. So that's why it's affirming the consequent.
No, do it. Do an argument.
Do it.
Do it, Leo. Give him a non-question begging, or I'm sorry, non-consequent affirming argument. Just do it.
I mean, it's simple.
Yeah,
all men are mortal. Socrates was a man. Therefore,
No. We're talking about support relativity without affirming the consequent. Do that.
Well, I don't know how it would affirm the consequent when it's not
when you
a
say,
formal,
for
it's not
example,
a formal argument.
you just claimed that relativity is true because of all these predictions we made.
Wait, we're denying relativity? Is that
Hold
what
on
we're
a sec.
doing?
Hold on.
Yeah,
a sec,
no,
man.
he's a flat earther.
I'm saying that what I'm saying is that hold on. What I'm saying is that space-time is not an observable reality. So it's based on no, it isn't. No,
What?
It isn't. That's ridiculous.
Do you want to know how you can observe it?
How can you observe it? How can you observe it? Tell me.
I'll tell you how. Hold on. Hold up. I got this. I'll tell you how. I want you to pick up an object, any object that you don't care if it breaks, and then I want you to let go of it. And I want you to watch.
That doesn't prove space-time is real. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't.
Well, it's an experiment.
First of all, let me explain something to you guys. If you didn't understand this, space-time is by definition impossible for us to observe. Impossible.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're trying to tell me, pick up something and drop it, that observes space-time? What a joke. What a joke.
Wait, how is it impossible to observe space-time? How?
Because you can't observe it.
How?
Can you see it?
So it's impossible to observe because
Can
you can't
see
observe it.
Can you see it?
But we're the ones affirming the
No.
consequence.
Space-time is the medium, dude. So when you watch the ball drop, you're watching the ball move through space and through time.
Listen,
You can't
that's
see
not what space-time is.
electrons. Are you
Dude, what are
saying
you
that
talking
like,
about?
electricity isn't real because you can't see electrons?
Of course not. That's not the argument. The argument
Okay,
is
well
that,
then you not being able to see
hold on a
space-time
second.
doesn't mean that
Hold on a
space-time
second.
isn't real.
Hold on a
For the
second.
same reason that we can't
Wow,
see
dude.
electrons doesn't
Wow.
mean electricity
No.
isn't real.
No, it's obviously not the same thing at all, because with electricity you can conduct inductive experiments. It's a good theory.
And you can do the same thing with
No, you
gravity,
can't.
like picking
No, you
something
can't.
up and letting go of it.
No,
Yes, you
that
can.
doesn't. That's
And
not
then
an inductive
observing-
experiment. No, hold on,
observing
hold on a second,
gravitational lensing,
Dude,
the
again,
galactic rotation
how do you not-
experiments
no,
that
wait,
we've
wait,
done.
just wait.
Satellites
The
without gravity.
perihelion precession of the
Satellites.
orbit of
He's
Mercury.
yapping now.
Satellites
He's
The
yapping.
without
prediction
gravity.
of
He's
black
yapping.
holes that were then confirmed
He's
in the
yapping.
50s.
He's just
The prediction
yapping.
of gravitational waves that were then observed
Again,
in 2015.
I've explained already. Prediction is affirming the consequence.
And I
Secondly-
explained
hold
how
on,
you
no,
clearly don't know what
no.
affirming the consequence is.
saying
Yeah,
that. You're
what
just saying
the
that.
fuck?
You're just saying that.
Toronto, can you explain to me the difference between a formal fallacy and an informal fallacy, please?
No. All I'm saying
Yeah,
to you is
because
this.
you don't know. You
Hold on,
don't
hold
know
on.
what the
Wait, at least
difference
he's
is.
honest. At least he's honest. He can't do it.
No, it doesn't matter. It
He's honest.
doesn't matter. Look.
But wait. It matters if you're claiming that something commits a formal fallacy when there has been no formal argument given.
Yeah, you made the argument. You made the argument that
What was
because
the argument?
the argument
What
was
the
that
argument?
look at
And I
all
want
these.
you to give it in its- and I want you to give it in its formal structure. Give a formal structure.
Your argument
Hit him?
was
Got him?
look at all these predictions we make with relativity, therefore relativity is true. I said that that's affirming the
I never made
consequence.
that argument.
You did.
I never
You
said that.
absolutely said that.
No,
when
I
I came
didn't.
out, that's why I said
What
that.
argument? Wait, hold on. What was it?
His argument was I said relativity is a dumb theory because you can't observe space time.
Well, that's dumb.
Hold on a sec.
What's the next part?
No.
What's the
Well,
next-
explain how you can observe space time, bro. Just tell me that.
Okay. yeah.
Gravity.
But wait.
No,
it might
that's
have been
not
me.
an
It might have been
observation
me.
of space time. You ridiculous
Yes, it is.
person.
I'm
Wait,
just asking.
wait.
Just
Toronto,
asking,
Toronto.
because
Do
I
you
think it
know?
was
Do
me.
you know anything about general relativity?
Hold on a
Toronto?
sec. Hold on a sec. Let me just explain something to you guys.
Like,
What
do you know
was
what?
the-
Do you know what the
hold
metric
on.
tensor is?
This
Is
person,
that a thing
right?
that you know?
This person
Do you know
with
what that
the
is?
flag. This
Can you tell me
person-
what that is?
Hold on, just relax.
Hi, you can call me Leo.
This person just tried to say that if I drop something and it falls to the ground, that proves space time.
I didn't say that it proves
You
it.
did.
I said that it's a way to observe it.
Hold on.
It's not a way to
yeah,
observe it. What are you
used the word-
talking about?
You used the way. You
What a
used the word.
ridiculous
works-
joke.
Toronto,
What a
exactly
Well,
how
it is a
done.
way to
No.
observe it.
No, it isn't.
I can explain
isn't.
how. I don't think you'd understand it.
No, you don't know because you don't know. That's look.
Yes, I do.
observing-
I
hold on, hold on,
understand general
hold on. Let me
relativity.
explain,
I
let me
think it's
explain.
quite clear that you
Hold
don't.
on. No, wait. Hold on. If I drop something to the ground, I observed that something dropped to the ground. That doesn't.
Why did it drop to the ground?
Hold on. That does not observe space time or relativity.
Why did it fall?
The fact that you don't understand the difference.
Why
is
did it fall?
ridiculous.
Politely
Why did
raising
it
my
fall?
hand. Politely raising my
What
hand.
is the other explanation? Can I get
Matter.
that?
It doesn't matter what the other.
No. We
Well,
don't need to
no.
worry about another explanation. Just why did it fall? When I let go of something, why does it fall?
I don't have to offer an explanation. The fact
I'm not asking you to offer an
Well,
explanation.
then do
the
we?
fact that you said that me dropping something to the ground is an
Mhm.
observation of space time.
It
It
is.
shows how ridiculous you
Politely.
don't even
So you don't actually have an
Politely
argument.
raising
You're
my
just
hand.
getting
No,
incredulity.
that's my argument.
Oh, wait.
Incredulity.
That's all this.
Hold on.
That's my argument.
We don't have an
Toronto.
explanation, and
Toronto.
you don't have an
I
explanation.
don't need an explanation.
So we
The fact-
I would
both
like to
don't have
posit
an
one. I would like to
explanation.
posit one.
Listen,
I would like to
listen.
posit
And
one.
then what
Hold on.
happened?
Listen. It doesn't matter if I have an explanation or not.
Please, Toronto. Respectfully,
think
I
it's
love
you,
you, by the
dude.
way. You're awesome. You're great. Thank you for being here, by the way. It's really brave of you to get in here and have these conversations with us. I'd like to pause it. Hold on. I'd like to pause it. I want to see if I can build a bridge here. All right. Can you follow me down a little trail? Can we hold hands?
Anywhere
and
you
walk together?
go,
Okay.
I'll follow
You pick up the ball,
you
right?
down.
Now, I posit that space-time is the medium. Okay? So when you let go of the ball, you observe the ball moving through space and through time. And so you've just observed space-time. Does that make sense to you?
Dude, that's not what space-time is. That's not what that theory is talking about.
Okay, well, hold on.
Yeah,
Bottom of the
yes,
road,
it
you
is.
guys
What
don't
would
have-
you say? Hold on. What would you say that space-time?
magically attacked me?
What?
I'm sorry to.
What is
How would you
space-time is?
describe space-time? Yes. What do you think we're
like? It's a
invoking when we-
model. It's a model that Einstein developed, right? Where he's trying to
Okay,
say that
yes.
the universe is
Oh, you
not.
think Einstein
Hold on,
developed
hold on,
space?
hold on, hold on.
Just
Let
be
me
quiet.
in,
Just be
let me
quiet,
talk,
man.
let
Just be
me talk.
quiet.
Okay, he's through the door. He's through
Or
the door.
whatever.
Definitely
Whoever
through the
developed it, it's a model of the universe.
Hermann
Okay,
Minkowski
left
is
side,
the
left
name.
side.
you're
Just
looking
be quiet.
for.
Just be
Dude,
quiet.
come
You're
on,
just
man.
you're just trying to pretend.
Come
The
on,
fact that you
Pretend?
said.
So are
the
you
fact
saying
that
that what
you
I said is
said-
false?
Hold on.
Please.
The fact that you said that dropping a ball
You might have left.
is observing.
Yeah, you're just
space-time?
repeating the same thing
No,
over
no,
again.
that
You're
just proves.
oh,
That just
you're
proves
that's
how ignorant you are.
ridiculous. Oh,
The fact you
no.
just said that. The
Appreciate
fact you
it.
No,
just said that.
listen.
Yeah, see,
Hold-
you don't have to
Hold
argue. You're
on,
just
hold on.
like, you're
Can I
just
interject?
promoting
There's a
outwardly.
much better
It's
there's a
not-
much
it's
better
weird. It doesn't
example
matter
than the
then.
ball
We were
dropping
halfway, hold on.
because we
We're halfway.
actually observe the light bending across the curvature of space time.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
we
okay.
see
I
light
mentioned
actually
that
being bent.
gravitational
I think that's a better
Yeah,
example
we've
of
talked about that.
observing
I've
it.
talked about that with this character before as well. What
I
that
don't
is?
think
Hold
that.
on a
Also,
sec.
like I said
Quiet.
earlier, you can call me Leo.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
has
I
a name,
will.
man. No, come on. Yeah, you be respectful. He has a name. He has a
All
name.
right, fine, whatever.
Come
He's
on,
not
let's
being
be nice.
respectful of me. He's not being respectful of me.
Friendly blood sports. Let's kill
Anyway,
each other.
anyway.
Please.
Casey Lee, when you observe gravitational lensing, that's not observing space-time. That's observing light do something.
It literally
Hold on,
is.
hold on.
Hold on.
No, it
Hold
isn't.
on.
Hold on.
Hold
Let
on
him
a second.
Yes.
let him finish.
Dude.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Dude.
Let him finish.
What are you
Please.
guys doing? What are you guys doing in life that you
Alright, I'm
believe
sorry.
in?
No. Let's not do that. Come on, just finish.
Doing general
If
relativity.
you
that's-
observe, look,
that's
hold on,
why-
just be quiet.
that's why.
If you observe light do something unusual, that's interesting. Okay. When they say that that's because of space-time curvature, that is just what they call inference to the best explanation. All right. It is not an observation of space.
But it was posited before it was observed.
Yes,
it was
so it's a
theorized.
prediction from the model. Yes, I get it.
a prediction that came true.
Exactly.
Hold on.
I know that. And what I'm saying to you is that if you assert that your model is true because the prediction came true, that your model came up with, that is affirming the consequence.
Okay.
I've already explained how it's
no,
not.
it's not. No, you
That
haven't
is.
explained it. You're
Yes,
wrong.
I have.
If
Would you
try
like me to
please,
explain it
please,
again?
That's
I'll
exactly
gladly
what
explain it
is.
again.
No, you don't know.
Affirming the consequent
know,
is a
dude.
formal fallacy. It is a fallacy in the form of an argument,
Yes, okay,
in the
so
rule,
can I show you
in
the
the
correct
rule of
argument?
inference. So general
Yes, your
relativity is
argument.
not a logical argument. It has no rule of inference, and
Dude,
so
just
it
be
does
quiet.
not.
No, your
permit
argument
affirming
that
the
you just
consequent.
made. The
Yeah,
argument
so,
you
yeah.
just made. The
This
argument
is
you
now
just
twice
made.
I've had to explain
No,
that
listen,
a
no,
model making predictions about what should be observed, and then we observe the thing
Alright,
it
hold on.
says we should, is
Yeah,
not
hold on.
affirming the
If you-
consequence.
Hold
no,
on,
You
hold
just
on.
don't
Say the
understand
model is
anything
true.
about how
Let me say
science
this.
works.
Hold on.
Please.
If you
Let
say
me
the
say
model
this.
is
Let me say
true,
this. Let me say this. Let me
So
say
if
this.
it's raining out,
Toronto.
if I say if it's raining
Leo,
outside,
Leo,
my car
one
will be
minute,
wet,
bro.
and then I see that my
Hold
car
on.
is wet, and the trees are
Leo
wet,
doesn't
and the
have-
sidewalk is wet, and the road is wet,
Leo doesn't
and
have-
it's
Leo
cloudy
doesn't have-
outside, and then I say, oh, it must have rained. I'm affirming the consequent.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
That's
this
what
is
you
the
think.
thing.
Be quiet, just be
This
quiet.
no, this is the
quiet.
thing.
Yeah, so you don't have a
You're a
response.
talker
You have
over.
nothing.
You
You have
I don't even know
literally
what you
nothing.
said. You're just a talker over.
What you have is the literal nothingness that theists
No,
consistently
you're
claim
ignorant.
existed
Hold
before
on.
the universe.
Hold
No,
on.
you guys,
Yes.
you guys are just perfect.
I, the guy who actually
Come on,
understands
though.
general
Oh,
relativity.
you don't understand it. You don't understand it. If you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
said that,
No.
you don't even
Yes,
I do.
understand that,
Let
that
me-
argument. That
Come on,
Hold on.
let me- okay,
You literally
let me
said
talk.
that
Hold
space-time
on,
isn't
hold on.
even the
2
thing that
seconds.
the theory tries to posit, clearly
Leo,
demonstrating
I
no
never
fucking
said that.
clue.
I never said that.
Please,
Yeah, you
Quiet.
did.
please, bro, please.
2 seconds. Okay. Yes, in common day speech, many people affirm the consequent. That is not the same thing as calling someone out for the logical fallacy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying though is, when people like Leo make the claim
Like it's
that
only argument dependent.
No. Can
Like
we?
you
Can we
should
not?
only be pointing that gun at a person making a argument to you.
yeah, I
formal
know. So
argument.
for example, Casey just made the argument. He just made, or he or whatever, just made the argument that because we saw light, what they're calling gravitational lensing, that therefore relativity is true. All right. That argument.
Tell me what.
Hold on.
I didn't say
what
He's
else?
just going to repeat himself.
Hold on. No,
Yeah,
no, let's just
hold
stay in the form of the argument.
No, I'm
What
here
do
with
think
you.
is happening?
Real
I'm
fast,
here-
the
I'm
room
here
is
with you.
full right now, and somebody's trying to join. If you'd like
I can
to
bow
buy a
out,
spot
Taco.
on the panel, you can kick somebody off the panel.
No,
So
I just
I'm
$5 to kick someone off the
it was
panel.
nice talking
here,
to you all.
I'm here with you.
All right,
Take it
I'm
easy.
saying,
See ya.
I'm saying, tell me why that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Because he doesn't understand it.
No,
just let him
listen.
explain.
The
Please.
argument was that we observe X, and this theory predicts X. Therefore, this theory is true. All right.
Nobody's made that argument. It's
Yes,
certainly not
Casey
right.
just did. Casey just did.
I
And
never
you
say
did-
they
you
were
did earlier
true.
as
I would
well.
never say true.
You did
I never
earlier
said
as
I
well.
don't know what.
Well,
No,
no,
I didn't.
well, even the thing is, you might now you're gonna back out and say, "Oh no, I never
No.
said true." But what you're really doing is saying, because my point was that relativity is a dumb theory. And you said no, we've observed it, we've tested it, we've proven it, and then you brought up that example. So now you're gonna
We
say,
believe
oh,
we have
well,
observed
hold on. Now you're gonna say, well, no, we don't do that because that's science. Science never proves things and da 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 da. But that is what you're
True.
doing. That is.
I believe we haven't observed it. I'm open to arguments of why we haven't observed it. I'm not sure. Of
He doesn't have any.
I'm not saying we didn't observe the light do something funny. Around.
Yeah, why does the light does light bend around massive
Yeah,
why does
why are you
light bend
interrupting
around massive objects, and
Why
why is
are
the
you
rate at which the
interrupting
light
me?
bends directly proportionate
This person
to
Yeah.
the mass
No,
of the
person
object?
has to.
Can you
And why
explain
is it
why?
right?
Because
Why
this is
is
the
it
point
right
that I'm
there?
just going to keep talking. Because this is the point that you're missing, is that it's not just a
What a joke. These guys are just idiots, dude. He won't let me talk. He won't let me give like my argument, you know? He just refuses to. And all they do is just talk over you, and then act like you're an idiot just for disagreeing with them. Utterly ridiculous, dude. Anyway.
Okay. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Studying the Bible with Mike and Pat. These other YouTubers are just so trash. Hit the thumbs up if you want to support. Go follow Mike as he follows the Lord. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 You better watch out, Mike's calling out the shills. If you're not free grace, you need to sit down and chill. We're not hyper grace, you know we keep it real. Eternally secure, you know that we're sealed. We don't back low, we're not workspace heretics. Mike's not in it for the money, trying to get a lick. They out here selling their souls for a couple clicks. Becoming Freemasons so they can't just get rich. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Shout out to Mike and Pat. Check out his channel, Toronto Bible Study. Subscribe and like.